The new F1 Manager update is here, and I've done some play testing and checking it out, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the changes and how it affects the game and how it feels. I believe a bunch of you guys probably also have placed a bunch of hours in it, so let me know in the comment section if your cars have gotten slower or faster after this update, because I've seen a few people saying that their cars have gotten slower compared to the AI team, so please let me know in the comments. Now, the first thing I want to let you guys know is that you can decide if you want to use the new update or use the old update, as I'm showing on the screen right now. So maybe you just like the old way it worked, or maybe your car is just designed for the old version of the game, but as you can see, you can pick. So let's talk about the first change that they've made. It's to the dirty air and the clean air, and also the advantage you get from slipstreams. So with the dirty air being increased, the negative effect being increased, you will see cars go a lot slower through corners, and also they leave a little bit more room, so it has a lot more of a realistic feeling. It looks more realistic, and also this allows the cars to, or makes it so that the cars don't bunch up and you don't see 4 or 5 cars trying to go through the same corner almost, and so it feels a lot better. Now, for the slipstream that's been increased, the positive effect you get from the slipstream, that also makes the cars feel a little bit more responsive in the straights, gaining a little bit more. And also what you will be seeing now is where, as they go through the slower corners, the cars start to leave a bigger and bigger gap, and then when they come down the straight, you can see them actually gain on the car in front, and it just looks better, it feels better, it's way more realistic. Now, the DRS changes is one we've also been waiting for and asking for as a community. They've decreased the amount of bonus you get from the DRS, and what this allows is for the drivers not to get every lap there's a change between the same guys, the same position, up and down, every lap that goes by, it's the same overtake that happens. And with this DRS decrease, you don't see that often anymore, and also this makes it so that the strategies is a bit more of a thinking point, because now if you are on a really old set of tires and the guy in front of you are on new set of tires, it's a lot more difficult to get past him in the DRS zone. So this opens up that strategy and tire management a lot more compared to what it was before. And as you guys can see now, the difference between the old and the new, I have some clips playing of the old version and the new version, and it's so much better with this new DRS system. Now, the unlapping update is amazing. I do not know how we play this without this update. So what happens now is, if you are on normal racing conditions, if you get lapped and you're showing a much higher pace advantage compared to the guy on the leading lap, your driver will start to unlap himself. Now, this is amazing for like 2 reasons. If you're in the slower, lower half of the grid, this allows you to do a little bit more with your strategy and things like that. If you get lapped, you can still keep up with the rest of the lower bunch. If you get stuck behind a car that lapped you, you can still go past them and make up the positions and play the strategy a little bit more. Also, this helps for the faster teams. If you are maybe in an accident or something like that and you get lapped, this will allow you to unlap yourself and still fight for higher positions than before. So it's just a great update all around. The game should have came out with this. Also, they've made the change to unlap under safety car. Now, this also have a bunch of positives, and also for the faster cars. Now, if you're, let's say, in an accident and you go in for a pit and you maybe get lapped, now you can still stay in the fight, because once there's a safety car, you can unlap yourself and get back into the race. Also, this is great for when you are fighting for P1 and P2 and there's a safety car and you're on a set of fresh tires and you're ready to fight for those last few laps, but there's a bunch of lap cars between you and first place. Before this update, it was basically a race over, because by the time you get past the lap cars, the guy in first place, the driver in first place, would have been far in the distance, and it would have been so much more difficult, and it's just boring to get in that situation. But now, if you get a safety car before the last few laps, the lap cars will get unlapped and you and the first position guy or driver can actually have a true battle to the finish line, which makes it so much more fun, and it's just great to actually have this update and play with this update. There's a few more updates after this which I believe ain't as important, but one of the things is you have the Razer Chroma. It supports Razer Chroma now, which is cool. I'm using it. As you can see, everything of mine are Razer. I love Razer and I'm using it. It's cool. No big changes to no changes to gameplay, but it's cool. The rest of the updates are just some small things and text and so forth. I hope this was useful, guys, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.